every morning I hope Ryan will sing, and every morning he lets me down. We need Jay back in our life. We need
Yeah,
Jay.
where's Jay at? I really need Jay to sing.
Where's Jay?
That's my favorite thing in the world.
There's Yellow Flash is the only on-time show. Most of the time.
We're usually right around
Yeah.
1 minute after, something like that. We
Yeah.
almost started earlier. We're like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, we did. I was like, we'll start 1 minute earlier. Nah, let's just make sure we don't do that. We don't want to upset the internet and be early. That would just be a crime against humanity. But good morning, everyone. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hope everybody's doing well. And today, right after this show ends, I will be on with Chrissy Mayer over on her show today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So as soon as Daily ends, you got to join me over with Chrissy Mayer. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. Ryan, how have you been? I know you're just such a cheerful mood these days with Christmas. You actually do like Christmas, shockingly enough. I know that probably shocks people. You actually do like Christmas, though.
Yeah, I do like Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. So, man, it came and went so quick this year.
It really did, man. It really did. Like, dude, it's gonna be 2024 in 3 days.
I know.
And the world's gonna
have to
end.
do my taxes.
And the world's gonna end in 2024 anyway. So you know what I mean?
November
So
2024.
it's gonna end. Everything's gonna be over with. It's gonna be wild. But
I was sick. I talked about how I was not feeling good yesterday. And then after the stream, holy shit, I got hit. I don't know if it was like a 24-hour bug or something, but I was just like, man, I feel really fucking tired. I was trying to sit down and make videos, and I'm like slumped over, like I can't fucking, like I just couldn't fucking focus on anything. So I take my temperature. I got 102-degree fever. I'm like, oh fuck, I am sick.
damn,
So chilled out, took it easy, ate some soup. I'm feeling good now.
feeling good, ready to rock and roll.
Good. Yeah.
That's good.
Burned out the virus, whatever the fuck it was.
Is that why you didn't play Fortnite with me last night?
Yeah, that's why I got the invite, and I just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been there.
Oh man. Well, I played video games until like 3:00 in the morning. So it's just what we do. So we had a good Cobra Cast last night, and so it makes me feel good knowing that I was streaming, making money while Ryan was sick and miserable. So it makes me happy. Makes me feel good. So I don't need Ryan to die right now, though. Not yet. I need a few more years out of him at least. What do you think? You think I got 3 more years out of you I can get?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, listen, I have to live till I'm 40, right? I have some obligations. I at least have to live till I'm 40, right? 50, that's questionable. So if you're asking for like 14, 15 years, that'd be on the edge of things, but I think I can handle 3.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. It's good to know. If we make it through 2024, which is debatable at this point in time. It is going to be a wild year. And I do think that's going to bleed over into, I don't know, man, with how the entertainment industry is going to handle 2024 is going to be weird because there's not a lot of big tentpole movies coming out. So I feel like Hollywood actors are going to be running their mouths a lot in 2024. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're going to be running their mouths through different publications, interviews, things like that.
They won't have as many interviews and stuff because the press tours,
red carpet and stuff like that. So, but I still feel like they're going to be running their mouths a lot. It's going to be wild. So, Aiden says first as now Ryan, R.I.P. What's going on with Starfield? Like I see like Starfield discussions picking up again. Everybody's like, as was right. I don't know what's going on with it though.
All I know is when you look at the Steam page, the overall reception is mixed, but the recent reviews are mostly negative. So okay. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it, just how people are viewing it right
to
now.
Be clear, as is right. It was right about Starfield though. And again, I said this on Friday Night Tights. I see more people, Starfield fans, talking about Az's rant than talking about Starfield. That proves that everything Az said was 100% right. They can't stop talking about Az, and they don't want to talk about the fucking game that they claim they worship. It's so weird.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't play it, so I can't give any type of indictment on the game itself. But yeah, it certainly does seem like there's not a whole lot of discussion about the game, and it's still centered around the controversy.
Yeah. So, hey, you know what though? That's fine. Fucking pronouns. That's right. Fucking pronouns. All right, we got a $10 from David Smart. Hey guys, all hail the 199. I want to ask, did you see the two classic Chuck Norris movies, Silent Rage and Hero? Silent Rage and The Hero and the Terror, which Chuck Norris is the underdog in both films. I haven't seen a lot of Chuck Norris movies. So no, I can't say I have. Have you, Ryan?
I don't think I'm familiar with any of those.
I'm not familiar with those at all. I have no idea if that's like an inside joke because Chuck.
Isn't Chuck Norris making another movie?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know. How old's Chuck Norris at this point?
Like 80?
Is he?
Yeah, he's returning to the big screen with this upcoming sci-fi military movie, Agent Recon. Chuck Norris returns to the big screen.
Okay.
I think he's like 80. How old is he's 83, dude. He's 83.
Jeez.
I will have been dead for 30 years by the time I get that old.
Yeah, that's wild. 83. CG Hero 23 for 10 on Rumble says, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, why is it if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, why is it considered normal to watch it year round? Whereas if you watch Home Alone or Christmas Vacation in the summer, people think you're crazy. Well, I think the argument there is that it can apply to both, you know, but you know, that's just because it can apply to just to being an all-time great action movie and also being an all-time great Christmas movie to people that consider it that.
Yeah, for me, really the only time I watch it is typically around Christmas. I try to do that on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
I mean, I could watch Home Alone and Jingle All the Way any time of the year, but I don't really care to watch them unless it's around the holidays. That's just my tradition at this point in time. You know what I mean? So
Jingle All the Way really on the same level as you as or for you as Home Alone?
Yeah, well, it's just about the in terms of quality. I mean, Home Alone is
Home Alone's a better movie.
100%, 100%. But it's just part of the tradition. Like that's one of my go-to Christmas movies. It's Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus 1, Muppets Christmas Carol, Jingle All the Way. Those are my go-tos.
Jingle All the Way,
and even Santa Claus 2 is Santa Claus 2 is in there too.
That was a little lower down for me, but Jingle All the Way, you have Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
You've got Sinbad. You've got Arnold. It's such a wacky fucking movie.
It is. But dude, listen. There's obviously a lot of nonsense thrown in there. But I did work at Toys R Us on a Black Friday. Bro, it's fucking wild, man. Like it is crazy. And I've never been like I've worked in grocery stores on the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Like it's busy time of the year. You know what I mean? No doubt about it.
But Toys
R Us was like we had military orders, dude. Like they positioned us in certain areas. They're like, you're not allowed to leave this particular area. They locked everything up top. You're not allowed to climb the ladder and get anything because we had like stuff on top, you know. So there was like a little ladder. You'd pull the wheel the ladder up there and we were not allowed to do that. It was like what's on the shelf is what's on the shelf. You can't get the pallet jack and pull stuff on the floor. Like if you step away from your post, you have to report to someone. Like, it was fucking wild. And as soon as the doors open, it was madness. It was chaos. And I'm like, this is awesome. It obviously wasn't as bad as Jingle All the Way, but there are elements there where I can at least understand it. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was insanity.
Yeah, I did one Black Friday when I was working at Walmart in high school, and then another Black Friday at JCPenney. Those weren't as crazy as I'm sure Toys R Us. Walmart was a little crazy.
Yeah,
Walmart was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so with Jingle All the Way, like I don't know, man. The element with Arnold and Sinbad is just so good. And obviously with him and towards the end he becomes the hero and all of that. I really love Jingle All the Way. I was like, it was weird, man. I had a video hit my feed, like it was like a video essay, and it was breaking down Jingle All the Way 2, and with Larry the Cable Guy, which I've never seen.
I've never seen that shit either.
Yeah, and apparently Jingle All the Way 2 is next level terrible, like next level. And it has not. So it's kind of like there's a back in the day, and still to the extent this happens too, but there was like a really big trend with like straight to DVD movies that were like sequels to well-known movies, but they had literally nothing to do with the movie except for the title. And that's essentially what Jingle All the Way 2 is, because Jingle All the Way 2 has nothing to do with the movie, the first movie. Nothing. No characters, no actors returning, no nothing, no connective tissue to the previous. It's just that they titled it Jingle All the Way 2 for recognition. You know what I mean?
Streaming is the new direct to video like releases. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these fucking streaming titles they're pumping out on these dog shit platforms. That's the new direct to DVD.
Yep.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that's my go-tos there. But but Home Alone is on a different level than Jingle All the Way for sure, no doubt about that. Professor 3PO says, "Can I get a shout out? I trip mascots, I make up new words, and I wear a bear costume." Well, there you go. Professor 3PO gets your shout out. Thank you, Professor 3PO. Let's see. Obi-Wan John gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much. Black Lives Are Black Knives says RIP Ryan Kennel. Sorry to hear that, Ryan. Man. Send super chats for Ryan. Sophie says, Jeremy, I am entitled to a shout out. Re199. Yeah, so I went on a big rant about all that, people begging Ripple for shout outs and all that. And I basically just said, like, shout outs really don't mean anything. Like, they don't. They can help you if you have literally no following to get up to like 1,000 followers or something like that.
We can get you like 1,000. Yeah, we can get you like 1,000 subscribers or whatever.
After that, it's whatever content you're producing is how you build your stuff up or whatever. You have to be like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what Ryan says. It doesn't matter. Like, it's whatever you're providing is what's going to keep people coming back. So I went on a big rant about that. But all right, Ryan, what's first on the agenda today?
Well, I figure we should talk about everybody's favorite Harvey Weinstein former personal assistant, Leslie Headland, and the Acolyte, because we got some more information. There's one thing that can be assured when it comes to Disney Star Wars, that if you expect anything, if you expect it to get better, you're probably going to be disappointed. Yes. And we might end up having the worst fucking series we've seen. And that's saying a lot, considering all the garbage we've sat through for Disney Star Wars. But the Acolyte is set to be released in 2024. And what have we heard about this, Jeremy? Female-focused, empowering, diverse representation. Oh, and by the way, the Acolyte will reflect the showrunner's own queer identity, because that's exactly what everybody wants in Star Wars. The lead actress is self-described as a non-binary, black, intersectional feminist. I'm not sure how you can consider yourself a feminist if you're non-binary, but hey, that's what Amanda Stenberg feels. She will be the lead actress in this. And apparently, she might be playing more than one person, according to some new leaks that we got.
Oh my God.
The Acolyte. Some intriguing new details on Sith-focused Star Wars series have been revealed. This is all about the trailer, blah, blah, blah. The video was quickly removed, but detailed descriptions followed. And there was some confusion about certain characters and the parts they appeared to play in the story, with some actors seemingly playing different roles than earlier reports had indicated. Now, we may know why. There are no major reveals here, but beware of potential spoilers from Daniel Rickman, so take it as you will. Some right, some wrong when it comes to that guy. It's said that Stenberg will play Force-sensitive twins, both of Sith origin. One will remain with the Sith, while the other will be taken by and trained by the Jedi. The plot is then said to follow the evil sister as she becomes a Sith assassin, who is tasked with taking out Carrie-Anne Moss's character, a Jedi Master. Because this formidable warrior is known to defeat her enemies without using her lightsaber, kind of gay, the assassin vows to learn martial arts and kill Moss's character using her hand-to-hand skill without the use of her laser sword. Sounds even more gay. I think we're good with lightsaber fights in Star Wars as long as they're done right. We don't have as many details on Jacinto's characters, but Rickman says he will play both versions of his own character, one good personality, one bad. Now, the inherent idea of like Force-sensitive twins, not something new in Star Wars, certainly. And just the framework of the idea of one twin being taken by the Jedi, one twin being raised by Sith, okay. You can kind of see how that might be interesting. But in this sense, it's going to be a fucking nightmare because all the people that are involved.
Bro, This sounds like this could be by far the worst product that Disney Star Wars has produced. And it's everything. I'm almost tired of saying that we were right about stuff. It's everything we've claimed it would be. Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant as the showrunner. When you go back to the interviews when she was asked, like, it's such an easy answer. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? I like all of them. I like all the Star Wars.
I love all the Star Wars.
All the
I just
Star
want to live
Wars.
in the universe in perpetuity. Queen Kathleen, please, please give me a job.
All the Star Wars. Like, I am all the Jedi. Oh my God. But yeah, so this is amazing. And I'm thankful that it's this bad because we've been telling you this. This is why I've been saying it for years now. Disney Star Wars is dead. It's not coming back. I don't think it's ever coming back. I see no believable scenario where Disney Star Wars can recover from where it's at. And I don't even think it's right to call it Disney Star Wars anymore. It's just Star Wars. It just is. It's Star Wars. This is Star Wars right here. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you have to move forward with. It's never getting fixed. It's never returning. And as soon as people can finally understand that, quit having hope, quit thinking that something's going to turn around. And again, if you're enjoying Disney Star Wars, by all means, go watch it, enjoy it, put your Blockbuster video and your pronouns in your bio and watch it all day long. That's fine. But ultimately, stop believing that it will get better because it will not get better. It's never recovering from where it's at. In fact, it's probably going to continue to get worse as we're hearing right here. Holy shit, this sounds terrible.
Yeah, and remember when they were filling out the writer's room, they wanted people that didn't necessarily know about Star Wars, right? They wanted fresh faces in there. All the casting has just been focused on how diverse everybody is. Like I said, they were very proud to announce that they hired a non-binary Black intersectional feminist to play the lead role in Amanda Stenberg. They also were excited to say that we cast our first ever transgender actor for the Acolyte as well.
Good
so,
Lord.
like, that's what this series is going to be all about. And it's going to have the backdrop of Star Wars in it. It's going to be used to push a message.
Yeah, and the bad thing is Disney knows that there's a powerful nostalgia with Star Wars. They know that. And there's probably nothing like the nostalgia for Star Wars. There's nothing like it because as bad as it is, there's still a massive amount of people out there, and I feel for them because there's a lot of people out there that feel like this could get turned around because they want to believe that it can get turned around because it's Star Wars. It's something we all grew up on and we loved, and it took us to a galaxy far, far away, and it created all this different fandom. It opened up our imaginations, and it changed so many people's lives. And Disney knows that, and they know that they can still continue to tap into that to some level. But I'm just, again, for a long time, I felt like there was a chance that things could get turned around with Lucasfilm. And I haven't believed that for years now. And this just continues to confirm that. And we are where we are, and it's only going to get worse. Look forward to the disastrous future of Disney Star Wars. Holy crap. This is, again, as it stands right now, I think Obi-Wan Kenobi might be the worst thing I've seen, but this sounds like this might make Obi-Wan Kenobi look like a fucking masterpiece.
Hey, I cannot wait for this to release. I cannot wait because unlike Ahsoka, where I knew I was going to despise it, but I knew there was going to be some people out there that just like that were massive stands for it because of Ahsoka, because Anakin, whatever. This one, I think it's going to be like universally despised, so I think it could be kind of fun.
This will be really bad. When is this set to release?
We don't know. Sometime in 2024. So there's 2 Star Wars series releasing in 2024. One is Skeleton Crew, and one is The Acolyte. I don't think we know when either of those are going to release yet.
Yeesh. Man. I mean, hell, that might be the worst thing to happen in all of 2024. And that says a lot because 2024 is going to be a bad year, but this might be the worst. So, oh,
yeah,
man,
there's going to be some bad shit. Someone said, how many videos is Ryan going to get out of The Acolyte? I don't know yet. How many have I made already?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Acolyte. I've only made 11 videos with the name Acolyte in it.
Well,
So
you're gonna make at least 50.
Yeah, probably. Man, my last 2 thumbnails on have been pretty similar. Probably need to shift that up. Uh, probably need to shift that up. But anyway, David Smart for 10. Second question, what's your worst movies of 2023? For me, it's Flash. They fucked up Michael Keaton Batman so bad, and Ben Affleck acted like a giddy schoolgirl in front of Wonder Woman, shaking my head.
I liked Ben Affleck in The Flash for the most part. But
other than that one small like thing he did with Wonder Woman,
yeah.
Other than that, I actually really liked the speech that he gave to Barry, like before he decided to ignore everything and like try to turn back time anyway, right? But the idea of, you know, a person who's lost so much and has gone through so much fucking trauma and like tried to deal with it, telling Barry like these things that happen to us, these scars, they make us who we are, right? No one's supposed to go back there and change it because this has made us who we're meant to be.
If I haven't seen a ton of movies, but I would probably say The Marvels is the worst movie I saw this year, off the top of my head.
The Marvels is pretty bad. Let's see. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is really fucking bad too.
See, I didn't see that one.
The worst movie I've seen in 2023, it would have to be The Marvels. I think there's really not much question about that. I didn't hate Flash as much as some people.
I hated Flash.
It wasn't good.
I hated it.
But I didn't hate it as much as some people did. I think Aquaman is probably a little bit better than Flash.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I haven't finished Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon.
I haven't finished that either.
Good God, man. Rebel Moon might be the worst movie. Rebel Moon is bad. It's really bad. So, but of the movies I've finished, I would probably have to say The Marvels is the worst movie I saw this year. Christopher Nolan loves him some Zack Snyder. Did you hear what he said about Snyder?
He loves Zack, man.
Jeez, man.
He loves Zack Snyder.
I was like, well, he's like, there's not a
science fiction movie that's coming out.
I thought he said superhero.
I thought he said like sci-fi or fantasy, something like that.
I thought he said superhero film where you felt Zack's inspiration or something like that or whatever. I thought it was superhero. He might have been.
I think it was sci-fi. Yeah.
I guess I didn't read the article. I want to understand where he's coming from with that. Because I don't think that's accurate at all. Actually. But I don't know exactly where he's. Is my mic doing the same thing as yesterday? Really?
A little.
What the fuck, man? I don't understand this. It makes no sense.
Well, I guess we're both right. Chris Nolan praises Zack Snyder's influence on superhero science fiction films.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
Let's see. Noted that Snyder seems to have influenced every superhero science fiction film coming out these days.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, but whatever.
All right, so there's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see some influence of Zack Snyder. When you watch a Zack Snyder film, you see and feel his love for the potential of cinema, the potential of it to be fantastical, to be heightened in its reality, but to move you and excite you. That's the quote from. That's the quote from him. He really likes Zack Snyder, though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he always has. I mean, I've said that. You know, like when the whole Man of Steel thing, people are like, because I blame Nolan just as much as I blame Snyder. You know what I mean? So it's what it is. I'll try to fix my microphone. Keep me posted, chat. Let me know.
WG for $20. The Star Wars use by date expired a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Ooh, that's a good one, WG. Blue Tone for $1.99. Ryan has a hood pass. Damn straight. Her and the Steadfast. Remember for 6 months. Hail Ryan and Jeremy. Hope all is well with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Huron. Booty 125 for $1 on Rumble. What happened to last night's Cobra cast? It's there, but it's only like 20 seconds long.
On Rumble or YouTube? It's on YouTube. I had a copyright claim, but it's on YouTube. It's publicly available. Let me look on Rumble and see. It shouldn't be an issue on Rumble. Content. No, it's there. Michigan Supreme Court gives Trump huge win. 2 hours and 14 minutes. Let's see. Should be there.
Sergio Garcia for 2. Ryan, the only time Jeremy wins at Fortnite is by MW. What does that mean?
I don't know what he means by MW. It's not Modern Warfare. What is he?
The only time Jeremy wins at Fortnite is by MW.
I mean, we had a win where the storm caught somebody. I don't know what I mean. Yeah, it is only showing. So it registers to 14, but when I click on it, it's actually only 24 seconds. I have no idea. That's wild. I'll have to look into that. I have no idea why that's happening. Yeah, and my Fortnite stream from last night is 47% processed. I don't know what's going on with Rumble. I'll have to look into that. So sorry, but yeah, it is available on YouTube. So shockingly enough, for the first time, something that's available on YouTube and not Rumble right now. But yeah, it is available on YouTube. So that's very strange. I'll look into it, see what's going on.
ObiWan John for 10. Ryan, just finished 4th episode of Reacher season 1. I'm totally hooked. Nice. Well, if you watch those 4 episodes and then the 4 episodes of season 2, you can be ready in time for me and Gary's reaction stream to it tonight. So that's kind of a lot. It's like 8 hours of content, but you can do it. I believe in you, ObiWan John. Commissioner Jeremy Cash for 10. The Acolyte might be bad, but it won't be as bad as those dirty hicks in Florida.
Oh, man.
Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. At home sick myself, Ryan. Least I can watch daily. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going around right now. Istophobic for $2. Chrissy has some melons. Yep.
I will be on with Chrissy Mayer as soon as this show ends. I'm going right over to Chrissy Mayer's podcast. So we got to bring the 199 with me. Let's go.
Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. Christmas Vacation is S tier. Obama. Yeah. Christmas Vacation is another one of those that I feel like I've seen it too many times. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like Christmas Story to me, where it's like, God, it's just been like, it's been overplayed for me. So I just don't really appreciate it as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm. It's a great one though. It's definitely an all-timer.
I have Christmas Vacation fatigue. Cole Hauser for 2. The night the reindeer died. 199. Yo Joe, praise Ara.
Praise Ara.
Chris B for 5. Can confirm I worked Toys R Us on Black Friday when Furbies were the hot item.
It's rough, bro.
Furbies were crazy.
Yes. It's insane, dude. It was I'd love to go back to that time and just relive that moment just because it was so chaotic and so crazy. Wishing I didn't have a smartphone at the time, and having a smartphone just record all this crazy stuff, man. It was wild.
Yeah. I think all of us are lucky we didn't have like social media the way things are growing up.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that that's not the case. I would have put some really dumb shit out there. Like when I was in high school, MySpace and Facebook were in their like infancy, right?
Yeah.
But if it was the way it was today, I would probably put some really stupid shit on there. The Hercules Hernandez for $1. Nolan knows Zack is genius.
Yeah, I mean, Nolan likes him, that's for sure. So just let's hope he doesn't do any more projects with him because didn't work out too good.
Tomac for 50. Tomac for $50. R.I.P. as he died for our sins. And Ryan, how accurate do you think Terrace Kai will be in the Acolyte movie? Probably not really. So he's talking about basically a known martial arts form in the Star Wars universe. I don't know if that's exactly the vibe they're going to go for with it. Certainly, especially if you're using some kind of force enhanced martial arts. Like that is what everyone's going to be reminded of. But I mean, I think it's probably going to be cringe and gay.
That's pretty much how it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Yellow Flash's Zack is trash. Well, yeah. So I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan's movies. I don't give a shit about knowing Christopher Nolan. I don't care about meeting Christopher Nolan. I don't worship every word Christopher Nolan says. I like him when it comes to movies and the movies he directs. But just because and again, I've always known he likes Zack Snyder, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I mean, I've always never really had a problem. Like, I like some of Zack Snyder's stuff for sure, but just his DC stuff is where I draw the line.
Yeah. The There's a lot when I look at like the plans they have for the Acolyte. And it's tough to tell because these are leaks, right? But we did hear initially that it's going to be female focused, that it was going to be like martial arts specific. The idea that they might have one good twin and one bad twin and shit like that. A lot of it has been done in Star Wars before, right? In the expanding universe and stuff like that. So it's kind of tough to tell how much they're going to pull. And I think we already see I forget whether what's her name in the Solo movie was actually like a practitioner of Terrace Kazi or not, but I don't know.
Disney Star Wars just doesn't matter. None of it matters. I don't care about anybody or any character, any storylines, because it's clear. Like, the more I know about the people involved in the project, the worse that it becomes. I mean, I don't need to know who these people are. I don't need to know their opinions on things. I don't need to know their politics. I don't need to know. We're just talking about Christopher Nolan. I don't know Christopher Nolan's politics. I have no idea. That's the way it should be. I don't know his politics. I don't care about his politics. It doesn't matter to me. The people that run Cobra Kai, I don't know who they are. I mean, I think I saw an interview with them a long time ago when Cobra Kai became I know they're fans of the Karate Kid, you know what I mean? But I don't know their thoughts on gender identity. I don't know their thoughts on, abortion, because I don't need to know. The more I know a person's political opinions that are working on a project, the more it stains whatever project they're working on. And so that's Disney Star Wars in a nutshell. Like, everybody that works on projects, their opinions on every fucking thing. And because they have to tell you, because that's who they are and it defines them. And it's just ruins the perception of anything they're working on.
Gary's Beard Crabs member for 8 months got Dr. Sasquatch soap for Christmas, and the Vader scent is chokeberry and smoke with exfoliating sand. They did him dirty. Hail the 199, the Fellowship, and Ban J. We're working on it. Phoenix Tangent for 10. I worked several Black Fridays at Walmart. Let's just say working that day definitely was not OSHA compliant.
Yes, I heard that.
Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. I remember asking Santa for Turtle Man as a kid.
Turtle Man.
Turbo Man, maybe?
No. Well, Turtle Man, he refers to him as Turtle Man in the movie.
Does he?
Yeah. That's what Sinbad calls him.
Turtle
Man. Turtle Man.
I just thought he was speaking Ebonics.
Yeah.
AD Victorium for $5. Hi, Jeremy. And an especially happy third day of Quanza to Ryan. What Quanza candle will Ryan be lighting tonight?
Yeah, Ryan.
I don't know if I've ever seen Quanza candles. The black one, I don't know. Are they different colors? I'm not sure. But no, Kwanzaa's a made-up holiday. It's not fucking real. Cole Hauser for $2. They should add Tomax and Zamet as Sith Lords.
Tomax and Zaymot.
Tomax and Zaymot.
Yep.
Those are the same things spelled backwards.
They're twins. They're G.I. Joe twins.
David Smart for 2. Star Wars is as dead as Jimmy Hoffa. Grandmaster Chris for 199. So the ripping off story of Eternal Empire. Yeah, when you look at the twins, you can argue that for sure. Pokey Tavern for €6. Thank you guys for inspiring me to start streaming and unboxing Pokemon cards. Keep up the good work. Hail the 199 side scrollers and Nerdrotic.
Hail.
Pokey Tavern. And good luck on your polls there. Lance for 5. If I'm being honest, the worst movie I saw this year was Mario Bros. Not because it's bad. I just checked out of new movies this year.
I can understand that.
That's the only one you saw? It might have been the worst.
Yeah. I mean, Mario was fine. It's like a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. I was hoping it would be like Toy Story level or something like that, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was fine. And I'm looking forward to the future of the universe, but it was a good movie though. It was solid.
Kids really liked it. So
yeah. How's my mic? Is my mic still messing up?
Every once in a while, yeah. I just stopped caring.
I don't understand. All right, let me try something. I'll be right back.
Yes, Luke and Leia were twins. Yes, we all know TZ Rock. We're talking about in reference to Eternal Empire. There are They're two twins that end up on opposite sides of a conflict. So that's kind of what we're talking about, the good versus evil thing.
Okay. I'm back
Unknown for 199. Shit Clown Wars. That's right. Bonesaw is ready for 5. I bet the main Sith will whip out their lightsaber and attack a plant with it. Headland is putting her real life experiences into it after all. Maybe. Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. Did Ripa hear Phil Hartman left Hollywood? R.I.P. Yeah.
All right. Let me know if that's better, chat.
Dave Filoni's dog for 5. I had a terrible Christmas as usual. Dave dressed me as Rudolph, and he dressed as Futanari Clarice. It went downhill from there. Anyone got raisins?
Holy shit.
Thank you, Dave Filoni's dog. 860 saying God for 1. Jeremy, did you check out that Pogo song? Flash Bokai Spa. What the fuck? Flash Bokesba pogoing every Saturday, and he's never demonetized from it. It's a 7-year-old song. See his Pogo Trump on YouTube. It's a great song.
Yeah, he wanted me to react to it. I don't like reacting to things I don't know about on stream. I have to watch them in advance. So, but I haven't checked it out yet, but I will. But yeah, you just never know with YouTube. You never know with YouTube.
Anthony Hopkins, when asked about politics, quote, I don't have any opinion. Actors are pretty stupid. There's no controversies for me, so don't engage me in it because I'm not going to participate. That's a pretty good policy to have, I think. And more actors should probably utilize that strategy. We got to talk a little bit about Disney, though, Jeremy.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I love talking about Disney.
Me too.
Almost got 3,000 people here. Smash the melee button. Here in about 20 minutes when this stream ends, 23 minutes, I will be joining Chrissy Mayer. I don't know if we have mods in the chat, but I'm sure that link is already publicly available. So make sure you join me over there and let's see that chat go crazy. So we will see you soon. But before then, we have to talk about Disney. Also, real quick, you got 3 days left for the 199 backpack. 3 days. So we extended the campaign a little bit because we hit our sales goal and a few people had reached out and wanted a backpack. Here's the backpack right here. It's the 199 limited edition Geeks and Gamers backpack, and you will enjoy it. I think a lot of people are going to like it. It's a really good backpack, really good quality, and a lot of space in there. And like I said, when I went out of town, I carried it. Laptop, an extra screen, extra keyboard. My Rodecaster Pro 2, which if you know, the Rodecaster Pro 2 is not this it's a pretty large electronic piece. My headphones, my extra microphone. I think I had a PlayStation 5 controller in there too. So yeah, and a lot of little things I fit in there too. So check it out if you have not. And that ends on the 31st.
80's saying God for $2. Hell 199. I got a $20 for you if you watch it. There you go, Jeremy.
Well, I'll watch it on CobraCast. I don't want to watch it here because it's Geeks and Gamers, but if it's a Trump thing, I'll watch it on CobraCast.
Home Alone 2 director Christopher Columbus is throwing Trump under the bus. Surprised he hasn't changed his name to Indigenous Peoples by now. I did hear something about that. Like I covered Trump bullied his way into the movie or something.
Yeah, which is 100% bullshit. So I covered that on CobraCast last night, and I showed video. So again, you have to understand, for those that were not like, that was 30 years ago, and you have to understand, regardless of how they feel about Trump now, 30 years ago, Donald Trump was a fucking hero to everybody in Hollywood, everybody in media. They loved him. They adored him. They worshiped the ground he walked on. So I showed video of Trump on with The View. You ever seen this video where he goes on and Joey Behar is talking about like how he's a great American and how she trusts him. They play with his hair because they're like, is your hair fake? He's like, my hair's real. He leans over. What's her name? Barbara Walters. He leans over, gives Barbara Walters a kiss on the cheek and says, and she's just gushing. Like, oh, and he goes, she's very sexy. You know, they're all over him. They're all over him.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Back then they loved him. So the idea that when they needed the Plaza Hotel, the idea that they begged Trump to make a cameo, 100% in line with how they treated him back then. And so I like Chris Columbus in terms of like, I like the fact that like his movies, like Home Alone 1 and 2, he did the first 2 Harry Potter movies. I don't know what else he's done outside of that. I wouldn't know this guy if I saw him walking down the street. But if the fact that he felt pressure by today's current, politics it's what seemingly seems like he made up a story about like how he distanced himself from Trump is such bullshit. It's such bullshit.
I could also totally understand them just wanting to use a hotel, and then like Trump's like, hey, you're gonna use. I want to be in this movie. You know what I mean? And being like, if you want to use it, you got to put me in. Just negotiating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, okay, we can do that. I wouldn't describe that as bullying at all. I would describe that as negotiated for like whatever the fucking deal is. Whether they beg him to or not, there's no way that he was like, you're going to put me in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He fucking negotiated it. So, all right. Anyway, let's talk about fucking Disney. Share this. It's funny, after years and years of YouTubers calling out Disney and talking about the failures of Disney at the box office, on streaming, with the identity politics, the message they're pushing, the fact that fans have gone away, it looks like nearly everyone is ready to admit that that's exactly what has been happening. Even Disney themselves, released a financial report not that long ago that said, we realize that our messaging doesn't align with that of a lot of our audience. Disney's worried that woke is ruining their brand after consistent flops. And they've certainly seen their fair share of flops this year between Indiana Jones, The Marvels, Wish, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Nearly everything they put out. Only one movie that Disney put out actually broke even, and that was barely with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So now you have the Hollywood trades coming out and giving their report cards, their grades on all the big studios this year. And it's pretty funny. Even in a year where Disney lost over $1 billion at the box office, that's the reality. They lost well over $1 billion with their releases, and that's a conservative estimate. Even then, Disney has the lowest grade of any studio, but Variety won't even give them a fucking failing grade. How pathetic is that? Disney ends up getting a C+. Highs, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Little Mermaid, and Elemental. Both of these last movies lost fucking money.
What?
Both of these movies lost money. And then the lows are very low. The Marvels, Indiana Jones, and Wish. It is fucking insane. Now, a lot of these other ones, some people got like, A-, B+, B-, but this is the lowest grade of all these studios is Disney at a C+ for Variety. I don't know how this is not a failing grade. This is Disney's profit loss summary. This is a very conservative estimate, by the way, an extremely conservative estimate. When you look at all these flops and failures, including things from the 20th Century Studio as well, The Boogeyman, Haunting in Venice, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Elemental, The Creator, Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, lost almost $200 fucking million. Indiana Jones, Wish, The Marvels. At a minimum, you're talking about a $1.3 billion loss for Disney. And that somehow is not enough for them to get a failing grade from the mainstream media.
That's amazing. And the fact that they put Little Mermaid and Elemental in their wins column just shows how big of a loss it truly was this year. Like I've been seeing like a lot of people like crying. Like I saw a lot of people crying about Critical Drinker's title to his stream, like the worst year, or, Hollywood's worst year in generations or something like that. Whatever he said, decades. I can't remember.
You know what? That's based off a Hollywood Reporter article.
It's 100% accurate. Like I think there's been a lot of actually good movies this year, but these are like not big budget tentpole movies. Like if you're talking about Hollywood, and what they produce, the big tentpole movie studios, this has been a horrifically bad year for them. Horrifically bad, like next level. And there's no other way to dance around that. And yeah, like I saw the Hollywood Handle. I think they were like, Disney made they were the top movie studio this year with like 1.8 billion or something like that. I saw a lot of Disney stands like, that one. And then somebody in the comments put the chart together with their losses or whatever. But like that is very misleading right there. That is very misleading.
Yeah, 100%. Guess what? and again, it's not even world. I think globally, Universal and Warner Brothers are ahead of them when you count international as well. But either way, when you look at highest grossing studios in 2023 domestic box office, what this is not factoring in is how much money they spent on all of those movies, right? They lost money on everything they put out with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy this year. And that maybe 20 million dollars in profit.
Yeah.
And that's questionable at this point. Everything else was a box office loss. Whereas you look at Universal, right? You look at what Universal did. They had both Super Mario Brothers and Oppenheimer. So Super Mario Brothers, $100 million budget, ended up grossing what, 1.3 billion or 1.2 billion. Oppenheimer, $100 million budget, ends up grossing $950 million. Those are massive windfalls for them. You know, even when you look at Warner Brothers, they've had a lot of fucking DC flops, but they've had other stuff like Barbie, and might even. I think Wonka's going to make money. I've been pretty staunch on that opinion even before it started picking up over Christmas, because I thought that was going to be the thing that did really well over the holiday, and it certainly looks like it's going to do a decent, make a decent number at the box office as well when it's all said and done. But yeah, it's fucking laughable that people are looking at that and be like, well, Disney comes out on top anyways. You all think they're failing. Yes, they are failing. It doesn't matter if you're making $500 million every single movie you put out. If you spent, I don't know, $70, $100 million on that, that's fucking great. If you're spending $400 million when you combine marketing and everything to get a $500 million at the box office, of which you get half, you are failing and you're losing money hand over fist.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's where Disney is right now. And so all of this stuff that we've been talking about leading up to this, the question becomes is, does it get turned around this year? And I don't think it does. I think we're seeing more of the same. Now, they don't have as many releases coming out this year. But that, to me, I think that's how they've even been able to keep their head above water, is because they've had so many releases this year, even though they've all lost money. But like, you know what I mean? But that's how they've been able to show that big number right there. But like, how many releases does Disney have in 2024 set up? Not many.
Like 7, I think.
Yeah.
But a lot of those are like they're not big Disney movies. Some of those are like Fox movies and shit. So like, sorry, 20th Century Studios. It's hard to not call it Fox, but the first Omen comes out. That's the 20th Century. That'll actually, you know, those movies actually can make a little chunk of profit. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That'll do good.
Inside Out.
On the budget. What's the budget for that movie? That's the question.
I think that'll do well, and I'm actually kind of interested to see.
I mean, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. The trailer looks good as hell. I don't know what the budget is on that one. It can't be anything out of whack.
I would guess 150 to 200 million, but
yeah. If it's 200 million, let's hope it's not 200 million.
Just based on how many effects and everything they're gonna have to do. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't see anything on there right now when I'm looking quickly. So, but let me get on to the rest of these. Inside Out 2 is
That's
Pixar.
That might do good. That might do good. Mainly just because of the nostalgia for Pixar, or for Inside Out. Pixar is a damaged brand, though. So
yeah,
the question will be is has the damage to Pixar is it gonna overrun the nostalgia for Inside Out? And that's a very strong possibility. Very strong possibility.
The Deadpool movie. There's supposed to be some kind of alien movie. The Amateur, whatever the fuck that is. And then December 20th, Jeremy, you're gonna be excited for this. Mufasa, the Lion King.
God. Is this like live action? This is the sequel to. Is this the live action sequel?
It's the live. Well, it's obviously a
live
prequel. It's obviously a prequel because about Mufasa.
Well, yeah. No, I meant the follow up though. So what I'm saying is the follow up the same universe? Is Jon Favreau directing?
I don't know who's directing this piece of shit. Let me check. Mufasa, the Lion.
I hated the Lion King, the live action Lion King so much. I hated it. It's one of the most. To me, it's Zack Snyder's Lion King is what it feels like. It's soulless. it's terrible. I fucking hated it.
It's directed by Barry Jenkins, whoever that is, but it is a follow up, like in this universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a sequel of Mufasa's a zombie, says Gunko.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna get any better. I mean, The Lion King made like
$1.6 billion.
Yeah, something
It's
insane.
so stupid. It's so dumb. And at that point in time, it did feel like Disney they were fail proof. They could not fail.
They had like $8 billion movies that year.
Yeah. When The Lion King made $1.6 billion, I kind of lost all faith in humanity because I hated that movie more than anything. And it just kept making money. And that was all based off nostalgia. And I don't think the same thing happens this time around. I don't think so. Although Mufasa, and like that's a powerful name, man, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of ties to that. So I don't know. It might do good. I hope it doesn't because I think it's going to be terrible. But Jon Favreau was awful with that. It was awful. I don't know if you blame him per se. Like I know he's a director, but like I feel like you do because I hated The Jungle Book as well. Everybody loved The Jungle Book, it seemed like. I hated that movie. I despised it.
I was gonna say, didn't he do Jungle Book too?
Yeah, I hated Jungle Book. Everybody loved it though. Everybody seemed to love Jungle Book.
I was not a big Jungle Book fan.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Disney. It's not gonna be a great year for them. It's not gonna be. And do they have MCU shows coming out? Any more shows listed for 2024?
So we've got Echo. Echo's coming out. Agatha All Along is coming out. I think that's the newest name for that. God, I know I'm missing probably a couple things here or there, but
and then we've
nothing big.
So my point being is, though, if you have MCU shows and if you have Star Wars shows, those are still going to do further damage to the brand for people watching it. They're going to watch it and they're going to go, what is Disney doing? This is terrible. And so those are going to still do further damage to the brand. And then you have things like, man, if Inside Out 2 comes out and is woke or
regardless of whether it's woke or if what it does at the box office will be the telling thing, right? Like,
right. Well, what I'm saying,
this is not a new thing. This is not, this. You can't blame anything else. It's a sequel to a successful movie.
Very successful
movie. If it fucking bombs,
yeah,
that's going to be very telling.
What I'm saying though is, if it is woke, it's going to hurt the future of Pixar even more. You know what I mean? Like if it is, because Elemental, I haven't seen Elemental. It came out terrible opening for Elemental. I think the legs were much better than the opening weekend would have suggested. It still lost money, still underperformed, but it did well based on word of mouth. If Inside Out 2 comes out and it doesn't do well over the course of time, that's going to do significant damage to Pixar, because that will basically let you know that there's not, like, maybe Toy Story can survive it when they bring Toy Story out. Maybe Toy Story can survive it. But if Inside Out 2 doesn't do well, Pixar it's going to show how bad a shape that they truly are in. And they've done a lot of damage to their brand. And Pixar used to be the most trusted name in all of children's entertainment. Used to be. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason they came out and were like, hey, we're making Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3 and 4. Like, there's a reason they came out with those fucking announcements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, we need to get animation back going again.
Absolutely.
All right, where the fuck are we here? Commissioner Jeremy Cash for 5. Problem with Disney is they forgot where they came from, unlike your favorite Geeks and Gamers CEO.
That's right. That's right.
The Wolf from Heart for 5. How much you bet one of those Acolyte chicks breaks out a lightsaber strap-on? Greater than 0 chance. Desirius for 2. Talk about doing what to Disney? What? Talk about doing what to Disney? Thank you. East Coast Soci Boy for 2. Might I suggest y'all start a yearly Mega BOS award? What is that? A yearly Mega BOS award?
I'm not sure. We have 3,200 people watching on YouTube, and we have 1,500 watching on Rumble. Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
You guys are just seeing us over on Rumble for the first time. Click that follow button.
That's right.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
We do this show
over there.
We do this show every day, Monday through Friday, same time. One of the few shows in our sphere that's on time, apparently, according to Yellow Flash. And I'll be on with Chrissy Mayer here in about 5 minutes over on her YouTube channel. So shout out to Chrissy Mayer.
I'm doing something that green-haired anti-liberal just, oh my god.
What?
All right. So green-haired anti-liberal, member for 21 says, can you search for 1992 space movie? Don't share screen on Google. This is Mahler's fault for calling it to the internet's attention on Real BBC.
Uh-oh.
So do it, Jeremy. See what you can find.
Okay, what am I
need to watch this
Googling?
movie.
What
Yeah,
am I
you
Googling?
Google. Yeah, I just did it. So
1992
space movie. Yeah, I need to go watch this, man.
Holy crap.
I've actually heard about this movie before.
Yeah, that sounds you know what, for the nearly 5,000 people that are watching on both platforms, feel free to Google 1992 space movie, okay? And you can enjoy the results that you get.
I actually think the American Society of Magical Negroes might be the sequel to that. There's a chance that could be the case.
I want to watch this movie so bad.
I've heard people talk about it before. Sir Neoff Strife for 10. Hail 199. Hey Ryan, since you like Terminalist and Reacher, I think you really might like SEAL Team on Paramount Plus. Has the actor who played Angel from the Buffy series? David Boreanaz, is that his name? The guy who's in Bones as well. I don't know if I've seen that or not, but I'll check it out, Sir Neil Strife. Fear the Tardo for 10. Tardo want kitty. Name Meatloaf the cat. Matt Loaf, good name for cat. Hope not pet too hard, so go night night, no wake up. That happened with 12 last cats. That okay. 13 lucky number. Lock it in. Yay. Thank you.
Oh man.
East Coast Toasty Boy, Beard of Shame. A mega Beard of Shame award. I think that's what East Coast Toasty Boy was asking for.
Okay. Gotcha.
G's Webos for 199. Chris Carr is fat. Thank you. Taker for 5. Guys, remember Will Smith and Legend of Bagger Vance? That was definitely something playing on the trope of magical somethings. Yeah, that's one of the examples that people actually bring up, right? Hercules Hernandez on Rumble for $1. Zack movies are masterpieces to me, especially Watchmen and his DCU in 300. His Superman movie, the only Superman movie I like. The other ones are boring and terrible overall.
Say that one more time.
So he says, Zack Snyder movies are masterpieces to me, especially Watchmen and his DCEU and 300. His Superman movie is the only Superman movie I like. The other ones are boring and terrible overall.
Yeah, Watchmen's fantastic. I'll say that. Yeah, Watchmen's great. I love Watchmen. I think it's a masterpiece for sure. And I don't like 300, even though I appreciate what it did for visual masters or storytelling. And I liked Dawn of the Dead. And then that's it.
The Hidden for 2. I just put in 1992 and it was the top pick. Must be a lot of people Googling it right now. Desirius for 5. So that was pretty bad. Ryan said, let's talk about fucking Disney. I was trying to make a joke of what he said. Oh, I gotcha. And I think we're all caught up, Jeremy.
All righty. Well, we appreciate it. Big numbers today, whether it's on Rumble or on YouTube. Really do appreciate you guys being here. We do this show Monday through Friday, and then we also have Tuesday night's main event. So welcome in to the 199. And again, 3 days left on the 199 backpack right here, a special edition 199 backpack. You can go over to 221B Tactical and get it. We've extended the campaign after hitting our sales goal. And also go over to Meta PCs. Go get yourself a Meta PC. Check them out. Meta PCs are awesome. Ryan is rocking the Meta PCs hat. If you find something you want over there, you can use the promo code GEEKSOR199 and get yourself a discount, and it gives us a little bit of credit, which we greatly appreciate. Meta PCs has been great to us, and we appreciate them. So I will be on with Chrissy Mayer. Go over to her channel right now. Mods, drop a link. I'm going to pin the post. Let's get the 199 to show up and be very, very loud over there in her chat. As soon as there we go right here. Oh, that's the is that it right there? Got it, Steph. So Steph just dropped the link. So we can everybody can go do the 199 scan in over there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. There you go, Ryan.
Dry Fading Ice for 10. Do you think Star Wars and Marvel will get their act together? If so, we all come back watching from Texas. Yeah, if they reject all the things that have made them fucking, well, for Star Wars, a little different story for me. But in general, if people reject the shit that's turned this stuff downhill and they start making good content again, people will come back. 100%.
Yes.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. Check out the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat name while you're at it. Don't share your screen. I actually know his cat's name. And yes, that's it's pretty interesting for sure. All right, we're good.
All right, guys. I'll see you on Chrissy's stream 199. Love you guys. Have a great evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.